One trade a day.
Okay.
One trade a day. Yes, there are certain days that you can see two setups. It is very rare that you see me taking 2 trades, but usually just one. Why? If you take 1 trade a day, you know that you're taking the best setup. 1. 2, you know that your win rate is going to increase. It's common sense, right? If you're in the market too often, you're giving yourself more wiggle room for error, for mistakes, right? For your glucose levels to start decreasing, and then now you can't focus properly.
Talk about that, bro.
Oh, all right. So usually,
Talk about that.
Most humans, we have 2, they call it like glucose spikes. And usually it happens on average 8 in the morning and around 11 or noon. So that's the time of the day that you're the most focused, right? After that, your focus is not the same. So I don't care if you say, no, I could trade all day, I could scalp all day. No, you cannot. On 1 to 2 things at an extreme rate on a daily basis. That's why I always wear black. How I dress, I dress very basic. And most of the time it's with black. I don't consume energy thinking about what I'm going to wear today. Most of my clothes and sweaters and jeans, they're all the same. I don't think about that. I just wear that. That's routine. Now, I focus on my businesses, on my trading, on my family, right? On what I'm going to do in the next 3 to 6 months. That's where I consume all my energy. And small tip, if you're studying a lot and you're on the charts often and you feel that you're a little drained because your glucose levels are decreasing, just consume a teaspoon of honey, and that will bring your glucose levels back up, and actually it increases your mental focus. So you don't need any of that nootropics pills or magic potion. You don't need any of that. Just consume a little bit of honey. Your brain will start picking up on the glucose that it needs, and you'll be good to go.
Perfect. So 1 trade a day.
Yes.
Making sure that you're in a place where you can focus, right? You're trading at the right time of day. And normally when you first wake up in the morning between 7, 8, 9, it's when your levels are where they need to be?
Yeah, so I don't wake up with an alarm because I feel like when you wake up with an alarm, you wake up tired. You got to let your body go through its proper REM cycles. So I let my body rest as much as it needs. But usually by 6:30, I'll be up. And by 7:30, I'll be in my office. I do not work out before trading. I've tried it before, but I feel like I'm too pumped up. Yeah. I don't work out before I trade. I don't meditate before I trade. I don't do anything before I trade. I just drink water. I write on my journal, and then I get to trading. After I trade, that's when I work out, I meditate, I read books, and so forth.
All the other stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. Talk to me about risk management.
Risk management.
Yes. How important was that as you were building up, right? And how important is that now?
It is extremely important. So I even have a tool on all my accounts that has a set stop and a set TP, right? So I am never going to be taking a trade and just mentally saying, I am going to exit here or I'm going to take my profit here. Because a lot of times we are not going to press the button there because I've been there. So I have set parameters. I have a small tool on my MT4, MT5 accounts. So every time that I take a trade, I take my manual trades, right? But once I take that trade, I automatically have a stop. That stop, you only move it to break even after TP1. You're never going to slide that down on a long position. You're never going to slide it up on a short. Now, my TPs, I do move them around to make them higher and higher for runners. But that is something that I feel a lot of people need. It is true that it is challenging to trade. But if people alleviate themselves from things that hurt them, they will become better. Like, for example, have a set stop, which it sounds so cliche and obvious, right? But I feel that if you have a set stop, it's going to take you probably a year to blow your account instead of taking you 90 days, right?
There you go.
All right, so now how is that going to affect your psyche or your confidence on the chart? It's going to affect it a lot. That will give you confidence to keep going. That's why a lot of people also give up after 90 days. They're like, they start looking for excuses. Like, I was trading, but I had to take a break because of this with work and life. And they'll come back 2 to 3 years when they're bored. And that's because of that, because they never started the right way to give them confidence to keep going forward. You always got to manipulate your mind. That's what I do often as well. I manipulate my mind. I tell myself stuff that I want to hear so I can keep going forward. So I can convince myself that everything will be fine. Everything will be okay. This is the correct way to do things. However, due to your math, your formula got to be correct so you can think that way.
Have you ever felt like on your journey at some point, like, have you ever felt like, man, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. Am I ever going to make it? Like, have you ever felt the rock bottom moment?
Yes. I felt like that before when I first came down to Florida, 2017. I was only averaging 100 to 200 bucks a day. That was replacing. I'm like, that could replace a job, 120 bucks a day, but that's not enough, right? So that will get you a little fearful, especially when you're having losing streaks. So what I was doing is I look for inspiration on social media. I look at people that are on a level that I want to be in, and you got to use it for fuel. A lot of people use social media to envy others or compare themselves to others, and that's how social media tampers with your mental health. But your social media can actually propel you forward. That's how I ended up also, I was overweight before I moved to Florida. I lost 30 pounds working out hard. And what was I doing? Following a lot of fitness pages, following successful traders. And that is what got me where I want to get to. And I will also reach out to those people. And I feel like now I'm gaining a friend that is on the level that I want to be in. And that keeps you forward. It's like, okay, if one person did it, I can do that too. And also if you look at, this is one practice that I used to do as well. I'll grab a notebook or my journal and I'll write down your top 10 accomplishments. Things that you're very, very proud of. Write it down. If you're ever feeling down, start reading it. Read it back to back for at least 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes, just read it back to back. Trust me, you're gonna feel better. Because sometimes when we're feeling down, we forget how great we are.
What up, trading fam? Listen, I hope you enjoyed this motivational clip. I hope it inspired you. I hope it motivated you to keep going after your trading goals and your trading dreams. Listen, on this journey, there's only one guarantee for us traders, and that is we will lose money. So on every trade you take, remember to manage risk the right way. Also, if you stick to one trading strategy, one trading plan, one way of looking at the market, it will increase the odds of success. This is a big mistake that I've made. So I'm telling you from experience, stick to one way of trading, one way of seeing the market. It'll really help you get to where you want to get to a little bit faster. And last but not least, I want you to not set any unrealistic goals for yourself in terms of making a certain amount of money or seeing a certain amount of growth. Just take it day by day and honor the process, and the results, they will show up. Trust me, they will show up. And if you are a trader and you're looking to get funded with a prop firm, you're looking to trade simulated prop firm capital, check out Blue Guardian. Blue Guardian offers this amazing tool called the Guardian Protector, which allows traders to protect themselves against themselves. When you start feeling undisciplined, you start over leveraging and you start revenge trading, the number one reason that traders don't make it to funded status and get payouts is because they violate their challenge account. So to prevent this from happening, Blue Guardian has this tool called the Guardian Protector. You set daily limits in the market, percentage amount or dollar amount, and soon as you get into the market, once you hit those daily amount limits, they take you out of the trade automatically, helping you preserve your account to actually make it to funded status and possibly get your first payout. All right. So traders, if you're interested in a prop firm that is helping traders out with this amazing tool called the Guardian Protector, check out Blue Guardian. Use coupon code New Trader, the number 1 at checkout, and that'll get you 15% off on your next challenge using that code. All right. Now, if you're more interested in trading a personal account, I utilize 2 different brokers. I have a US regulated broker and I also utilize a offshore broker. Now with the offshore broker, I put money into that account that I'm okay with losing. It's not money that I'm depending on to live my life. Okay. Now the offshore broker that I use is 24K Markets. Now 24K Markets, they really surprised your boy. All right. I submitted a payout and I got that payout within 45 minutes of submitting it. It was super fast. The money hit my Bitcoin account and I was really amazed by that. Also, they utilize the Trade Locker software, which literally allows me to manage my trades from my cell phone, my tablet, or my desktop computer. Now, what I like about the Trade Locker software is that you can easily drag and drop your take profits, stop losses. You can easily calculate how much to risk on a trade by dragging your stop loss. It shows you how much you'll risk on that trade if your stop loss is at a certain point, and it'll show you how much you'll make on a trade if your take profit is at a certain point, and it shows you all of this stuff before you even enter the trade. So I love this feature that 24K Markets offers utilizing the Trade Locker platform. If you're interested in trading with 24K Markets, there's a link in the description where you can find more information. Make sure on anything that you choose to do as it involves trading, that you do your research, you do your homework, and you make the best decision for you. Listen, guys, God bless you. Take care and have a great day.